A fantastic rainbow streaked through Ponyville at an entirely unsafe altitude. One wrong move, and she'd be Rainbow Crash all over again. But avoiding risks just wasn't her style. She needed to keep her reflexes razor sharp so she could
Oh my gosh, hi Rainbow Dash, what's up?
turn her head and slam directly into a building before sliding painfully to the ground. She fell over with a dull thud. Scootaloo, come on now. Don't go ditching us just yet. Besides, we still didn't find this wasn't good. Rainbow Dash had limited knowledge of the world. She knew flying, she knew pranks, and she knew weather, and that was basically it. She didn't know a lot, but she was okay with that because she didn't need to know a lot. But there are some things that every pony is supposed to know. Things that are embarrassing to grow up without learning. Things that would make ponies laugh at you. Twilight Sparkle didn't know the first thing about snowball fights, and that had gotten quite a laugh. Every pony felt bad and apologized later, but it had been hard to resist rolling on the ground, pointing and laughing at a pony who didn't understand something as simple as throw snow, dodge snow. Not knowing how foals were made at her age was something Rainbow Dash could not admit to. The embarrassment would be too much. She needed to slide out of the situation as smoothly as possible without revealing her ignorance. Her head hurt a little from the crash earlier, and she was having a hard time coming up with a decent way to excuse herself for immediately flying away. She would need to have something important to go take care of. Something that was believable and didn't damage her image. The perfect idea came to her. An excuse not only didn't spill her secret, but that actually reinforced the opposite idea. Oh, she was totally an expert. Sorry, Squirts, but I've got to fly. I'm actually on my way to go make a foal right now. Later. Do y'all think Twilight's taking care of the bees yet? We've asked just about every pony else, and we ain't any closer to a good answer. She'll definitely know, but she might be kind of mad at us, said Scootaloo. Maybe we should go apologize, and then if she forgives us, we can ask her, replied Sweetie Belle. Apple Bloom and Scootaloo nodded at this, and the three fillies cantered back toward the library. When they got there, they noticed the front door was missing. Apple Bloom gingerly stepped inside and saw a purple unicorn covered in small red lumps sitting in a corner. Floating above her was a glowing ball making a terrible buzzing noise. "Pinky?" she asked. "Twilight! Are you okay?" "Oh, it's you. Yes, Apple Bloom, I'm fine. Mostly. I just need to stay here and concentrate on keeping the horrible little demons in place until Pinky comes back. She said she could help me get rid of them." Scootaloo came inside and sat next to Apple Bloom. "We're sorry about the bees." Twilight sighed. "It's okay, girls. Just please don't bring any bees anywhere near me ever again. Now, I believe you three have some very misguided ideas about where foals come from. And I know I have some books here that can explain everything to you. They should be on that shelf over there," she said, pointing a hoof to one side. A poofy pink pony bounced in through the doorway, carrying a jar full of peanuts and a goose on her back. "We should be able to get rid of the bees with these." "That's good. The bees will go away, we'll get our questions answered, and Rainbow Dash will have her foal," Sweetie Belle said, smiling. Pinky dropped the jar and the goose, jumping up into the air with a gasp. "Rainbow Dash is having a foal! I need to go play a party, sorry, I'll get back later, bye!" The glass jar shattered on the floor, scattering peanuts everywhere and causing Twilight to lose her concentration. The Cutie Mark Crusaders fled the scene once more, as Twilight's screaming and the buzzing of the bees were joined by the sound of a madly honking goose. Sugar Cube Corner was more decorated than it had been in months. Countless streamers and curled-up banners hung from every available surface, and every table had a beautiful triple-layered cake in the middle. No expense would be spared for an occasion this special. Applejack, Fluttershy, and Rarity had all shown up promptly, and Pinkie Pie could hardly contain her excitement. Sadly, Twilight wasn't able to make it. She was at the local clinic for some sort of minor allergic reaction that ended up becoming serious from exposure to large doses. Dash was supposed to show up last, so every pony could surprise her. She would be showing up any minute now. Right on cue, Rainbow Dash stepped into the door frame, staring into the darkness. All at once, the lights came on and the banners unfurled.
Surprise!
Dash stared at the banners hanging around the room, her jaw brushing against the floor. So, darling, you simply must tell me who the lucky stallion is. How long have you two been seeing each other? Why haven't you told any of us about him? Is it somebody we know? Are you embarrassed about who it is? Oh, we have so much to discuss. Fluttershy blushed lightly and smiled. I'm very happy for you, Rainbow Dash. Applejack quietly brought her face next to the sign Pegasus. Her expression was cold. If you hurt my brother, I will end you, she whispered. Big Macintosh? I've barely ever said 2 words to him. Applejack let out a long, whistling sigh. Phew-wee! That sure is a load off. I just assumed, with you spending so much time near the farm, right sorry for thinking you would do such a thing without telling me. Do what? Listen, Applejack, Pinky, Rarity, Fluttershy, I don't know what's going on here. This is all just a big misunderstanding. A still somewhat lumpy Twilight Sparkle trotted inside, followed by the Cutie Mark Crusaders. Yes, it is. It's about time we clear this all up. There will be no more confused little fillies, no more rumors about who's expecting a foal, and no more bees. Twilight slowly plodded to the center of the room. When 2 ponies love each other very much, they can choose to work together to bring a foal into this world. There are no layers to the princess, no spells, no birds, and no bees. All it takes is love. Sweetie Belle and Apple Bloom smiled and cooed. Ew! Scootaloo frowned and stuck out her tongue. But that doesn't explain where foals come from, Rainbow Dash stammered. You know, and that's what they wanted to know all along. Oops. She smiled sheepishly. Ooh, I know this one! Pinky exclaimed, bouncing halfway to the ceiling. 10 minutes later, she had finished, explaining, in somewhat unnecessary detail, exactly how a foal is conceived and delivered. Fluttershy, as expected, was blushing furiously. So was Rainbow Dash. Princess Celestia stood in front of the door to her sister's room. She had played a terrible prank on Luna the previous night involving far too many frogs. She had apologized and promised to never use amphibians in her pranks again, but she wanted to apologize just one more time. Celestia knocked twice and waited. Just as Luna opened the door with a smile that matched her sister's, a large burlap sack appeared in her face and burst open. Luna screamed and the castle burst into a flurry of panicked shouting. There were birds everywhere.